How much longer do you think, Charlotte, is the ITV position sustainable? That they knew nothing, they conducted inquiry, nobody seemed to know anything about it, when we've already heard from this young man who none of the newspapers have named, that he was never talked to, ever, by ITV about his relationship with Phillip Schofield?
Yeah, I think it is unsustainable because one of the Eamon bombshells, I thought, was this Thursday night playtime, after which the boy would be delivered on Friday morning. Now, if there was any pretence, and I think there was a bit of pretence, that this was a mentorship, and that's why Phil was so unusually close with this particular runner, yet didn't know the names of any of the other runners or the researchers, which is what Eamon said. But if there was any pretence that their closeness was some kind of mentorship. Well, what kind of mentor delivers a young man on Friday morning to the studio, presumably having been out all night or late at night partying? It's not very good. It's not very good work ethic, is it? So I think that was, for me, the most sort of thing that sort of really highlighted how this was way more than just a mentorship. And ITV are going to have to answer some questions.
Do you think heads will roll over this one? The higher-ups are going to have to, as we referred to earlier on, to a certain extent, what happened with the News of the World? Scandal, shut down, gone. So do you think that heads will roll over this one?
I do think heads will roll. Because, this idea that they need to come up with exactly when this young man was questioned, how often, and was there a record of it? And if there wasn't, then heads are going to have to roll.
What about the other issues for ITV? We know the sponsor for this morning is not renewing the contract. Are other advertisers beginning to peel away?
Yeah, I'd be very surprised if there weren't a few more announcements as this goes on. They might actually sort of get rid of a few people at the top in order to kind of get ahead of that and show that they are actually doing something, because they can't afford to lose too many more advertisers. I think this will be the week where, I think the share price has already dropped a little bit. I think this will be the week where we see either advertisers start saying they're not renewing their contracts in their droves, or we're going to see some heads roll, or maybe a combination of the two. But I think this is the crucial week, and this is where it's all going to kick off. The bank holiday's over, and action needs to be taken.
Final quick question. Holly is meant to be back on Monday, I believe. Yeah. Do you think she'll come back?
Yes, I think no decision will be made. I think it'll be right up to the wire. Wow. I think they will probably keep talking about it. I mean, literally till Sunday, if nothing happens before then. But she's absolutely determined to come back. She's saying, "Listen, I had nothing to do with this. See you on Monday." But I think it'll be a minute by minute. I think they're going to white knuckle it. That's what I keep thinking. They're going to white knuckle this like a roller coaster all the way to the end of the week, and then a decision will be made. And whatever happens on Monday, so if Holly's not there on Monday, then I think the future of the show is completely in question.
Yeah. What they can do instead, Charlotte, is turn over to GB News and watch us.
Yeah, scoop breakers.
Exactly.